What's up, family? I'm live. It's a little early, but figure that I would jump on and hit this topic real quick before I get to picking up my help for the job that I have today. I wanted to talk about the Thousand Oaks shooting. Some of you may know or may not know that my channel was recently deleted due to calling to attention some of the questionable statements made, some of the actions during the interview. Mainly, I think one of the best interviews that shows the lies and the duper's delight that many of the interviewees displayed was this one. So yeah, if you see these three girls and happen to take, have a chance to look at their interview, you should really look at their interview and, and try and decide for yourself whether or not they're telling the truth. Now, if these same three girls were telling you that the sky was going to fall, would you believe them? Because they they obviously have something to hide. Now, back to mainstream media. And how sad and disgusting it is that we live in a world where fiction and lies fiction and lies flood the airwaves. Fiction and lies are on every channel: ABC, NBC, Fox, CNN. Every news channel there is covering this shooting, this mass shooting, as if it really occurred. Now, whether or not someone was killed, who knows? Whether or not, there was a semi-automatic weapon or AR-15 or whatever, who knows? All I know is that the interviewees, look, none of them are convincing. The crime scene had none of the telltale signs of anyone that had died there, anyone that was being treated there. They had some video of someone supposedly having their it looked like they were trying to resuscitate them in the back of an ambulance, and this guy was pumping so hard and fast on this person, whoever it was that they were trying to revive's chest, that he would have killed them if they were trying to revive him. It's just little things like that are easy to pick apart, and makes it easy to call mainstream for what it is. Mainstream media is controlled. Okay, I don't know how much stronger I can stress this. I don't know how many other people need to harp on this, but we need to wake the people up, because when our world is controlled by lies, our world is, filled with these actors, this secret society that gets off on lying to the people, these Luciferians, these Satan worshipers, that there are millions of them throughout the world, and I mean there'd have to be, in order for for them to be able to pull things like this off. I mean, how can the media substantiate these claims? Did the media see any of these bodies? There's no pictures of the bodies. That's another thing. It's like they claim these mass shootings. Where are the crime scene photos? There's never any crime scene photos, never any body bags, never any blood splatter, never any distraught victims. It's always just a bunch of hearsay, a bunch of this happened, this happened, this happened. We don't need to show any proof for it. We're the news, so you got to believe it. And those who try and call attention to it, those that are fighting for the truth, those that can poke holes in the story convincingly, they get attacked. They get banned. They get deleted. They get strikes, and it's sickening. So YouTube, fuck you in your fucking ass. I will never monetize my channel again, because that removes any fucking chance they have of deleting my channel, short for my threatening somebody or just doing something totally disgusting and outrageous on social media that is is frowned upon, aside from telling the truth, which who would have thought that sharing your opinion or a commentary on news broadcasts would be reason to have over a year's worth of work thrown away. Again, it's not about the work. So how's the family doing today? Let's see, I got a couple comments. Yeah, I know I started early, so probably won't have everyone who wanted to join, won't be able to see everyone who wanted to join. But sorry. Yeah, fake as fuck. Exactly. Yeah, it's fake as fuck. And I'm sorry, but that I'm not going to stop doing what I do. Some asshole, some fraud supporting asshole who operates the channel had nerve to come and comment on my channel about how I need to not support dodgy shit. Well, let's see, what's dodgy, man? What have I supported that was dodgy? I haven't supported anything that's dodgy. All I'm doing is offering commentary on this fake ass news. So see, but these people who, the same channel operator who said I was supporting dodgy stuff, it's one of the people that like to use the term sovereign citizen, and they're stuck on this, constantly reporting about people who don't even exist. So that tells where they are. They're basically government shills. They're operating channels, and of course they had to come and give me a little, pot shot in the gut for being deleted, because that's, they're happy to see me go. But while that channel is gone, it doesn't mean that I'm gone anywhere. I'm not going to go anywhere. And case in point, here I am. So I have a new format. I will be working on backgrounds, a presentation like style, where I'm going to be offering the news, and I won't be using any video from the news. I won't be using any images. I mean, the most you'll see is like the image that I just showed. I have another image of another interview that you guys might want to take a look at. If you see these girls and their interview, let's see, where are these chicks at here? This is the video that got my stuff deleted right there. So yeah, that's the video that got me deleted. So if you see those other girls right there, and happen to have a chance to look at their video, look at their interview, check out their interview and just tell me how believable the things that they are stating are to you. Because if you can look at these girls, listen to these women tell their story, and believe anything that they say, then you don't need to watch me anymore. Go back to watching mainstream media, and just go back to sleep, or cuddle up next to someone else who's sleeping, because it's scary, it's sickening, and it can't continue, because the mainstream media needs to be called out for what it is. The people need to realize that just because it's on TV doesn't mean it happened, especially if it's on mainstream media. If it's on mainstream media news, you can't trust anything they say. What's on mainstream media news? What do you see on the news? Space Force and NASA and SpaceX and mass shootings and racism and the white people this and the black people that, and what? So you got fakeness, science fiction, and staged security theater, and hatred. This is what mainstream media produces for everyone, for the world. And it's what they do and what they're going to continue to do to try and keep everyone divided, to try and keep everyone, in a constant state of fear, and to also try and push their agenda, which is also more gun control, more rules and laws for the people that are silly enough to believe that the government has a right to tell them what to do, how much to pay, and all that shit to follow and live by. I myself know the government is a joke. I have no respect for any supposed authority, and I question any and all people who claim to have any authority. So, no one has any authority over me except for my creator. No one can tell me what to do with the money I make, because I work for myself, and I will never ever pay taxes. I will never ever pay one dime into a system that is part of this bullshit that is that is mainstream media's lies and the constant misleading of the people. So that's when I first started my channel, back when I first found out about the fraud, when I saw that CNN was not reporting what I saw as news and I thought was a very big story, that's when I was like, this is not, we're supposed to be getting better news than this. We're supposed to be getting, reality. when they leave facts out of stories, or they just completely omit a story from the news because it doesn't go along with their agenda, then they're no longer showing any journalistic integrity. They're no longer being the news because they're just pushing their agenda. So let's see. Someone said something. Let's see what we got to say. I haven't had time to really spend on the shooting. Oh, yeah. But I mean, you don't have to spend much time on the shooting. Hello, Tara. You don't have to spend much time on the shooting to realize that it's a complete and total fake. So that's if you like fake news, all you have to do is turn on ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, CNN, any of those channels. If you fantasy, security theater or horror films or action, some kind of action story, then turn on the mainstream media news and let them explain to you what has happened in the world today. If you want to hear other people's take on it, without being able to show what they're talking about, without being able to point at or show names or use anybody else's content in order to drive their point home, then search on YouTube or search on Steemit, or search somewhere else where you find somebody who is at least speaking partial truth, or maybe speaking whole truth. Who knows? But what's on TV, what my channel got deleted for, what the fraud supporters push as news or as the real story, it's not what they say it is. They're misleading the people. There's a reason why they're deleting channels. There's a reason why they are weeding out people that are telling truth. There's a reason for all this. It's not because it's not because I was bullying mainstream media. It's not because what I was saying was untrue. It's not because what anyone else has done was wrong in the way of doing things. It's because it was wrong in Google's eyes and YouTube's eyes because it goes against their agenda. Now, I did nothing wrong other than offering my commentary on some witness interviews that seemed a little less than genuine. That's so that's what my channel got deleted for the truth, and that's just I take that hit just being supporting the truth. I just need to find a safer way to do it so that I don't get my channel deleted every year and a half and have to rebuild, restart, from ground zero, which I'm not even at ground zero because I have hundreds of my family already here and hundreds more on the way, and hopefully every day we'll have more and more trickle in. This is not about money. This is not about monetization. This is not about ad revenue. This is not about popularity. This is not about fame. This is not about this is not about taking down the government. This is about letting the people know that they're being lied to every day. All right, they're being lied to every day. Every story you see on the news is bullshit. All right, do not trust mainstream media. Do not listen to a fucking word they say. Do not believe them. Question everything. There's no reason why you should take a story that they produce as real without going and doing some more research or picking apart the interviews or what it is that they're stating, because they're misleading the people, they're lying to the people, and I see no point in them continuing to be able to do so without being called on it or without the public demanding real news. I don't see how the public can't be upset about this shooting. I can't see how anyone in the public can be talking about this shooting as if it really occurred, because it didn't. You can look at the people who are witnesses and tell that they did not take part, they were not involved in any mass shooting. They did not witness anyone get killed, because had they been, they would not be sitting there smiling, laughing, looking to someone off camera for a story, or be in any psychological state that they seem to be in. I mean, they're just completely giddy. If you can be giddy after watching 10, 11, 12 people get shot and killed, you can sit there smile, waving to people, or if you can even hold it together long enough to report, to try and report what you saw without breaking down and just being completely traumatized, then you have to question these people's story. Let's see what we got. More comments. Google is run by criminals. Yep. Google's run by criminals. YouTube is a fucking piece of shit. And I hope that one day all these assholes that make these calls, I mean, I know that eventually they're going to have to answer for what they've done. It's not just what they've done to me. They've done, what they've done to anyone whose channel they've removed. They've removed, what people were getting as truth, hiding the truth, lying, pushing the agenda. It's not going to help them in the long run. It may help them here on this earthly existence, but in the long run, the evil always loses. The lies always come to light. The truth is always, truth always shines through. It doesn't matter how long or how hard they try to suppress it. The truth is always going to shine through. And if you take one down, 10 people are going to pop up where that one, was taken down. I mean, don't think that people didn't, that people saw my channel deleted and didn't say, oh, this is bullshit. They deleted this man's channel. He was just telling the truth. You think that people haven't started a channel to try and, pick up where they think I left off? I guarantee you someone, felt the urge to start uploading because they saw that someone who was telling truth was taken out. So that's, that all they do by deleting someone who's known for supporting the truth and is, I mean, I never claim to be right all the time. I am quick to admit when I'm wrong. I'm quick to retract if I report something that's not true. And, I have journalistic integrity. It's what I operate by. I'm here for the people. I'm here for the truth. Now, if anybody doesn't jive with that, if anyone has a problem with that, then go fucking watch mainstream media. All right? Go support your fraudulent ass government. Go support your fraudulent ass agencies. Go support these evil Luciferian fucks that operate this world. And, and be happy in this earthly existence while you're misleading the rest of the people, because you're going to have to answer for your fucking sins too. So it's all good. It's all good because it all works out in the end, and it always does. It always works out. So, my channel being deleted, I'm angry, but they've done nothing but light my fire. They've done nothing but piss me off. And if anything, they've, encouraged more people to start sharing truth because they've realized that telling the truth is frowned upon. Telling the truth is silenced, and it's time for the people to start taking action in order to ensure that the rest of their family are at least getting some kind of truth, or are at least, in the know as far as what's going on in the world. Because as far as we know, we don't know what's going on. What kind of news do we get? We get that bullshit. So when you're ready for real news, when the people are ready for real news, when the people are tired of being lied to, is when they're going to start calling mainstream media on their bullshit. Mainstream media is going to realize, I think they're already starting to realize that the people are getting disenfranchised. The people are not buying everything they're reporting. So as soon as millions of people start to have that same view, as soon as millions of people start to call mainstream media for the bullshit, just like I did, then they're not going to have a need to change their format until that happens, which who knows, it may never happen, because here I am starting a third channel while the lies and the people that support the lies continue to operate unscathed. Well, if you like what I'm doing here, why don't you go ahead and click that like button? You want to like it, subscribe, share, comment, dislike, do something so your brothers and sisters know that you're alive out there. Like sharing the video, letting people know that they need to start thinking for themselves. They need to start being responsible for the information that they're spreading, because it's not just the news that's spreading the lies. It's the water cooler chat and, the stuff at the coffee house that's talked about that they see on the news that continues to perpetuate the lie. The only way we can tear the lies down is by calling the lies out. Until you find your truth, keep looking.